Pagong is getting your first look at the new Tagi tribe. Phil was just voted out at the last tribal council.
Wow.
Tagi, getting your first look at the new Pagong tribe. Julie voted out at the last tribal council.
Jeez.
Before we get to today's challenge, I couldn't let everyone get too comfortable in your new tribes. Drop your buffs.
Oh boy.
Merge. So that means today's challenge, once again, is for individual immunity. But only one person is going to win it this time. So Zach and Sean. All right, immunity, back up for grabs. Let's get to today's challenge. I'm going to be reading to you the ancient history of Survivor the TV show. But that's not all. Each of you in this challenge are going to start with 3 lives. If you answer a question correctly, you will get it to choose another player to lose one of their lives. Lose all 3 of your lives, and you are out of this challenge. The last person standing with lives remaining will win immunity. Your first question. The original idea of Survivor was developed by Charlie Parsons under what name? A, Castaway. B, Expedition Robinson. C, Survivor Borneo. Prepare your answer. 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is A, Castaway. Everyone got it right except for Eric. Claire, take your shot.
I don't. This is really hard. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to pick. I'm just gonna go Sean.
Sean, you are next.
Sorry.
All right, Claire.
Zach.
I'll go with Eric.
Tucker.
I'll put 1 on Emily.
Rob.
I'm going to go with Tucker then.
And Rob.
Zach.
Next question. What was the first year that Survivor was nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Reality Competition Program? Is it A, 2001, B, 2002, or C, 2003? 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer is C. Everyone got it right except for Sean. So Claire, you're up.
Sean.
Eric.
I'm going to go with Claire.
Sean got it wrong, so Zach.
I'm going to go with Rob.
Tucker.
Let's take Rob out.
All right, Rob. You are out of this challenge, but you will still get to take your shot in a minute for getting the answer right. But Tom, you are next.
Just going down the list. Emily.
Emily?
Claire.
Claire, you are out of this challenge. Rob, take your final shot.
Well, let me think about it. Oh, wait, I already know. It's Zach.
All right, question 3. What did Survivor win an Emmy for in 2001? A, Outstanding Sound Mixing. B, Outstanding Special Class Program. C, Outstanding Reality Competition Program. 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer is A, Sound Mixing. Everyone got it but Zach. So Eric, you're up first.
All right, I'm going to get Tom.
Sean.
I will also get Tom.
Zach got it wrong. Tucker?
Come on, Tucker.
Eric. Eric, 2 votes.
All right, Tom.
Tucker.
Emily, who you taking out?
I'm taking out Tom.
Tom.
What?
This challenge. Question 4. What year was Expedition Robinson produced? A, 1996. B, 1997. C, 1998. 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer is B. Everyone got it right except for Tucker. Eric, what are you gonna do?
Aren't we effectively picking the winner?
Yeah.
I think so.
So who do we feel comfortable winning?
Do you want to go on like a pact? Is that what you're saying, Zach? Like
Yeah.
go in as a group?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm amenable to that if we can come to a consensus here, guys.
It's a bad idea.
Who
I
said that?
nominate me.
I don't think we're getting. I don't see how we can come to a reasonable agreement between 5 people.
All right, then I guess just continue.
Zach,
Zach is out of this challenge. Sean
Eric.
is out of this challenge. Zach, you still get a shot.
Emily.
All right, Tucker got the question wrong, so, right? Yeah, so Emily, you are deciding right now if Sean or Tucker is going to win immunity.
Tucker.
Okay, Sean, with his second individual immunity win, safe tonight at Tribal Council, cannot be voted out of this game. As for the rest of you, someone on Thursday will become the 5th person out and the 5th member of our jury. Sean, it will not be you. Head back to camp. See you guys Thursday at Tribal.
I cannot believe that I won again. And I think it's going to possibly be problematic down the road. As soon as I don't have this thing around my neck, I'm a target.
Of course, it's amazing to make the merge, especially when you didn't see a path for yourself originally. And it's cliched to say it, but like now the game really starts.
We merged last night. I don't know what to make of this. I think it'll be okay. I think we stayed Toggy strong, and it's now going to be about waiting to make that ever so important big move that sets you apart if you make it to the final 3.
So we made the merge, feeling okay about it, but now I feel like their game really begins. It's going to be rough for me in these first couple of votes, trying to keep from revealing all my cards, but I really feel like I have to pick a side for the first time here. I really want to try to gradually lead everyone to mutually agree to get Claire out.
Claire, for some reason, came at me twice in a row in the game. She's smart. She played her idol to save herself in the second vote, which is how Rachel was kicked out. She's perceptive. She was super chatty. She's a threat, for sure.
I do think that Toggy, at least the New York City 3, whatever, are definitely going to be gunning for me tonight. So I'll see if my name gets written down again. If it does, that will mean I will have had my name written down at every single Tribal Council so far.
All right, I found myself a good spy bush so I can eavesdrop on everybody before Tribal tonight to see who's going home and to make sure that my plan is going to happen the way I need it to happen. Are we ready? Let's go.
It's about 2:30, night before Tribal. I don't trust anyone right now. I talked with Tom for the first time since the merge, and he says that Claire and Tucker and Zach are working together, and I'm really concerned that Sean and Emily are in too deep to realize that. I also heard that Tucker has the immunity idol from Pagong, and if that gets played on the wrong person, I could be the one going home tomorrow.
I think that Zach, Tucker, and myself have convinced Tom and Rob to get on board with voting one of the NYC3 out. At this point, if they don't, it'll be me, and then it'll be Tom, and then they'll just pick off Rob, Tucker, and Zach in whatever order they please. I think that Rob and Tom will vote with us, which would be getting out Emily, which would be great for my game because I can definitely tell that Emily wants me out. She's Julie 2.0.
The amount of faith that Claire and Zach already have in Rob and in Tom is staggeringly high. These are people who were targeting us and were putting us on the bottom from the beginning of the game, and now Zach's already talking about how tight the 5 is and how he might not even want to play his idol tonight. And it's stressing me out more than I can even like put into words right now.
Definitely gonna stay strong with Zach and Tucker, but if I can figure out exactly who Rob and Emily are voting for, get in their good graces, I might be able to help Zach correctly use his idol.
I am genuinely so confused about what is happening tonight. So the plan from my perspective is we're Toggy strong with the understanding that we're not actually Toggy strong. It seems like all of Toggy's voting for Claire. However, Rob, Tucker, and I are supposedly planning to blindside Emily with the help of Claire and Tom. I'm gonna call Rob in like 30 minutes and let him know that Tucker is playing his idol for himself. So hopefully, if they are trying to blindside us, they'll vote for me instead, and then I will actually play the idol for myself.
Zach actually approached me to form a secret blindside alliance against the NY3. And the problem with that is he wants to take out Emily. I can't let that happen.
I do want revenge on Tucker, Zach, and Claire. They blindsided Julie, who was my closest ally, and I'm a little pissed about it. But also the New York Three, they're still just such an immense threat, and knocking them out of power is equally important to my game. But I think there are going to be some surprises for both of those sides tonight, thanks to a certain member of, well, two certain members of Toggy who have maybe as much of a penchant for chaos as I now have.
Here's how it's going to go down. We are going to keep telling Sean and Emily that Claire is the vote, and then put our 3 votes on Zach, with the assumption that Tucker has the idol, and we'll play it for Claire. Zach and Tucker and Claire vote together to get out Emily or me. We'd be tied at 3. We'd revote. Sean would realize he's being played, and the revote would have the numbers in our favor anyway, because Tom does not want to play with Zach, Tucker, and Claire at all. The worst case scenario for us is that Sean and Emily get wise to the idea that something other than Claire is happening. Then we could be in some trouble, but I'm really banking on the lessons of this surprise being enough to kind of balm over the fact that I'm not being completely forthcoming with them.
I want Rob out of the game. I don't see him taking me very far after these first votes or 2. The question for me is, do I go with what seems to be the prevailing plan, which is vote out Claire, or do I try to pull off something a little frisky, very frisky, and blindside Rob tonight? And the biggest question I have is, can I trust Emily with that information? Because I would like to think I can. But at the same time, I keep second guessing just how close the 2 of them are, and I don't like that. I don't want Emily to feel like she has this other option that she can go with if she suddenly decides that the NYC3 isn't the best plan for her.
11th hour update. Sean and Emily just approached me about trying to get Rob out this time and potentially working with Zach and Tucker to do it. And I hate that idea.
I tried to convince Sim and Eric to go in on a blind side of Rob, and surprisingly, Emily was more on board with it than Eric was, and Eric just,
I am frustrated at the level to which Sean and Emily are working with Zach and Tucker. So Rob and Tom and I seem to be rock solid to keep voting for Zach, take him by surprise, send a message, but I'm going to be in trouble if the New York City team thinks that I've betrayed their trust.
I told Zach, Tucker, Claire, I'm in. Let's do the blind side. Problem is, they're going to be on the wrong side of that blind side. And I've been able to talk Tom and Eric into making a pretty dramatic move tonight. We're going after Zach. It's been the plan all along, and it's coming together. I gotta tell you, I'm thrilled. absolutely giddy at the opportunity tonight. Now, he thinks I'm all on board, but as I've said before, Zach, don't trust me, man. You really don't want to make a deal with me because at the end of the day, I've got one objective, and that's sending you to Ponderosa.
Welcome back to Tribal Council. For Tribal Council, Merge Tribe. Bring in your torch. We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Krista, Rachel, Julie, and Phil voted out. Let's get right down to business. I want to talk about the challenge. So Tom, the challenge required you to take a shot at other players trying to knock them out of the game. When that was going on, how did you decide who you were going to knock out?
There's always the temptation to like be diplomatic, but then that challenge was also right after the Blindside of sorts for me, so emotions were a little high, and I think I can't remember exactly, but I probably put votes on Zach and Tucker.
So the challenge gets down to the last 5 people remaining. It was Eric, Emily, Sean, Zach, and Tucker. All of you had 1 life left, and all of you are members of original Toggy. And so then Zach says, let's just all decide as a group right now who to give it to. Zach, what were you hoping was going to happen in that moment?
Obviously information is power in this game, and I guess I was just sort of morbidly curious to see if there was someone that the group would name, and if it doesn't really matter, then would they give it to me, or are they hesitant to give it to me? So just trying to see how people are reacting.
So Emily, I'll ask you. You did end up with the deciding vote, Tucker or Sean. You gave it to Sean. Why did you pick Sean?
I don't know if I 100% processed it, but in my head, I was thinking Tucker's coming back from a different tribe. I don't know what had happened over there. I wasn't sure if, we weren't Toggy Strong anymore. I wasn't sure if there was anything that had happened. And so I just went with my gut, which was to keep it with someone who I had been playing with, for the last 3 days.
Sean, you have won every challenge so far, tribal and individual. Are you worried that you might be becoming a challenge threat in the eyes of your fellow players?
I've definitely been in a very fortuitous position for the vast majority of the game so far. And I'm sure it's not lost on anyone else in the game. It sure isn't lost on me. And I hope that when the day comes that I'm not wearing this thing, it's not an automatic, like, okay, we got to get him while he's out.
Tucker, do you think Sean should be worried?
There should be some worry, but if he's built the relationships that he has with Toggy and with his swap tribe and with the merge tribe, then he doesn't have anything major to worry about.
Emily, where do you think the idols could be?
The theory is that the new Pagong got a chance to look for an idol. So I think we can assume that one of the 4 of the new Pagong potentially have an idol. And as for the Toggy one, I think there's been some rumors that people have done a pretty good job of disproving by showing some pretty good evidence that they don't have it.
What are the rumors that you're hearing?
The rumor was Zach, and then he did a really good job disproving that rumor. So
Zach, tell me about it. What happened?
Yeah, so I found out that on the Toggy tribe, it was sort of the gospel that I had the idol, which was shocking to me as someone who doesn't have the idol. So I digitally emptied my bag by screenshotting my conversation with you, Jeff, in which I had 0 guesses left. So,
Rob, on the topic of Zach, last Tribal Council, you were very vocal about your feelings about Zach, who was not even there. I just wanted to give you this opportunity. Is there anything you'd like to air out to Zach right now while he's here?
My prediction came through that he is a tyrant. He is ruthless. He is pulling in other members against me. And it doesn't go unnoticed. I'll say that. I mean, this is just blatant barbarism. I mean, I feel like the forces are coming against me. I'm assuming it's not only Zach at this point. I'm sure there's others. And I'll let everybody know right now. You want to know where the tribal is? I got it. So come at me. I'm ready. And you know what? I'm going to play it tonight. So
you have the idol, Rob.
I have the idol. Everybody's looking for the idol. I got it. And I'm playing it tonight. And I was very, very forthcoming with my tribe. I said right away, guys, I found the idol. Here's the picture. It sounds like nobody believes me. So we'll see.
Zach, would you like an opportunity to respond to any of that?
I mean, he did. So you gave the first clue, and about 40 minutes later, we got a Toggy group message from Rob letting us know that he had found the idol and that we should all basically stop. But, does he really have it? I don't know.
Actually, Zach, to correct, it was not 40. It was like 33 minutes. It was even more unrealistically fast.
It was immediately.
It was very quick. I don't think I'd even seen the clue.
Rob, are there alliances forming?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I've got alliances. I've got multiple alliances. I've got more alliances than everybody else here. If you don't have an alliance, you're out. The biggest alliance is with myself. I got to survive in advance. I mean, we can say Toggy strong all we want. Quite frankly, that's propaganda. I'm Rob Strong. That's my alliance. That's who I'm loyal to. So, you know what? Put the votes out. I'm playing my idol tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Sean, I know you're safe tonight, but any scrambling for you today? Are people coming to you with ideas because you do have the immunity necklace?
More often than not, I had to be the one to do the reaching out, which was a little bit unnerving, to be honest. As the day went along, there were more conversations that happened involving more scenarios than I could possibly keep straight in my head. And that part of it is super, super stressful.
Claire, do you have any thoughts on jury management? Is that something you think about?
Yeah, definitely. It's something I've been thinking about, especially as someone who's, been a part of 3 tribal councils. Well, we're just gonna have to see how the game progresses, because at this point, it's been much smaller scenarios. So now it's expanded. So all of these relationships are totally different than they were in those first 3 tribals.
If you're asking me about jury management, yeah, I got one. How about Zach? Put him on the jury. I'd love to have Zach on the jury. And you know what? I'm very confident that Zach would vote for me.
Would I vote for Rob right now? Right now, his game is just get out Zach. So I don't know if I would necessarily vote for that.
Tucker, is there anyone you feel like is a big threat right now?
I think the big threats are the ones who can't control their narrative. You look at someone like Sean, it's undeniable the challenge accomplishments. You look at someone like Claire playing an idol, those are immutable facts that you can't deny. You have someone like Rob who is, for some reason, no one's freaking out, and he just announced he's playing an idol, which is terrifying to me, but that's something he can't control when the narrative starts to form, if he can survive this and get to the end. So I think that jury management is something you are always thinking about, but for those in particular who can't control what's going on right now or how they're perceived, they should be thinking about it a lot more.
Sean, what about you? Anyone you feel like is a big threat right now?
I think behind all of Rob's bluster, I think, every time he speaks, we're all cracking up. He's a very likable guy. He's playing a very personable game, and he's a threat in that sense.
So Emily, a lot of information has come out tonight. What do you base your vote on tonight?
I'm basing my vote in the trust I formed with people on this tribe. I'm going to choose to believe the best in the people that I've formed relationships with over the last week and a half.
All right, well, we're going to find out who everyone can trust right now, because it is time to vote. Sean has individual immunity. You cannot vote for Sean. Anyone else is fair game. When I call your name, please direct message me your vote on Discord. All right, I will go tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately by turning off their video and audio. I'll read the votes. First vote. Claire. Next vote. Emily. 1 vote Claire, 1 vote Emily. Next vote. Zach. 1 vote Claire, 1 vote Emily, 1 vote Zach. Claire. It's 2 votes Claire. Emily. 2 votes Claire, 2 votes Emily, 1 vote Zach. Zach. We are tied 2-2-2. Next vote. Emily. That's 2 votes Claire, 3 votes Emily, 2 votes Zach, 1 vote left. Zach, we have a tie. Here's how this is going to work. We are going to revote. Emily and Zach will not vote. Everyone else can only vote for Emily or Zach. Okay, I will tally the votes. First vote. Zach. Next vote. Emily. Zach. Emily. 5th person voted out of Survivor Quarantine Island and the 5th member of our jury, Zach. That's 3 votes. That's enough. You need to hold up your torch. Zach, the tribe has spoken. Please extinguish your torch. It's time for you to go. Well, guys, I don't know if this cleared things up for some people or muddied things even more for other people, but I guess we're bound to find out in time. Grab your torches, head back to camp.
Well, as you can tell by this ice cream, I am now on Ponderosa. Got voted out with an idol in my pocket, so that's upsetting. Yeah, did not see that coming. I think all day I did, and then I got lulled into feeling safe, and I got outplayed. That's about as simple as I can put it. At this point, I think Sean thinks he's playing the best game, but if Rob is in the final 3, he has my vote at this point.